Hi, I'm Paul, and this is Lost Wheels 506. Thanks for joining me, glad you can make it. In this video, I'm going to take my 91 F-150 back out of hibernation because I put it away for the winter because some of the roads that I drive just aren't going to be good for this truck. I will admit that I kind of filmed this stuff several months ago and just had a hard time getting around to editing this video and posting it, live, right? But let's get into it and I'll show you what I did to get it ready for the road because I missed some stuff from last season when I was working on it, I think during the lowering process. So let's get to it.
The first thing I did was fill the tank with gas. In this case, it's 91 octane. There was already some 87 octane in the tank, so I thought I would split the difference in hopes it would clean it up, sort of thing. I had also previously added some Royal Purple injector cleaner to help as well. In reality, before I stored the truck for the season, I should have filled the tank with 91 octane as I think it's a bit more stable in the long run, but I could be wrong. In any case, the tank should have been completely filled. Then I checked the oil level, a little over full, but that's normal since it had several months to leak down to the pan. When I ran the truck for a bit, it went back down to normal levels. Moving on to the battery, I installed that heavy beast. This battery was connected to a maintainer over the winter, not constantly connected, just charged once a week kind of thing. A quick check on the tire pressure, and only one tire was low, maybe about 5 psi. Not bad for just sitting there. And now to start it. It's running just like the day I parked it there. Fantastic. If you listen closely, you can hear what sounds like a bit of an exhaust leak. That's something I'll have to fix later. Now, I did check a few things here and there, and the biggest issue I had was the exhaust pipes at the rear. I had lowered the truck near the end of last year and was unable to drive it because of the weather, so I never did anything else after that. So I have to adjust it. As you can see, it's resting on the differential and brake line. So cutting away I went. Basically anything just before the differential was removed, and as you'll see here, I was able to remove the left and right side in one piece, which made my life easier in terms of cutting. The hangers were just bolted on, so they came out surprisingly easy. While I was under there checking things out, I noticed the exhaust shield was a bit dangly, and I remember last year I would occasionally hear some rattling depending on road conditions. So out they came. Now on to the last part of fixing the exhaust. I wanted to make sure it wasn't just going to shoot out the back, so I decided to add these turn downs. I think they're just galvanized steel pieces, bought them at a local big box store. I didn't go crazy on the welds and just laid down a 1 inch or so seam, and that's what it sounds like. Here we go for the first ride after being lowered. First, I just want to say I was trying out an inexpensive camera, so the image stabilization is definitely not that great. I did some editing to try and make it better, but oh well, using what you got. This truck definitely changed after lowering it. It seems a bit more planted, which makes sense as the center of gravity has been lowered. The front stabilizer bar is not installed, but I'll be honest, I didn't notice that much of a difference. Now don't get me wrong, when I later took turns at higher speeds, you do notice the front roll to one side. But for everyday driving, not much of a difference. On this drive, I took it easy since the truck did feel like it was completely different. I changed the brakes front and rear, also lowering it, just made it react differently than the slight sloppy and slow reactions I was getting before. If there is one piece of advice I can say after lowering my truck, it's 100%, don't even question it, get an alignment. I'll be honest, I was lazy and thought I would be okay. I ended up destroying my front tires after I went for a long ride. Just get it done. Overall, I'm very happy with the results and I'm glad I went through the process of doing the work. Now I'm just going to leave you with a little more scenic drive on a slightly rainy day, and I'll just say thank you for watching, and don't forget to get lost in whatever you do.